Good morning, Winter Writer Retreat. Welcome everybody to our first writing sprint, if that's a thing. So welcome to my channel. My name is Margaret Pernard. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do 3 sprints today, but before we start, we have a couple people to introduce who you may or may not know. So Christy, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'd love to. Well, thanks for having me here. First of all, I'm super excited. I love doing sprints, so this is awesome. My name is Christy Stratus. I write historical suspense, and my main works are in the Dark Victoriana collection that has 2 novels and 2 short stories in it. And I also lately have been writing historical fantasy, and my main work for that is Grimoire Society of Dark Acts, which you can find on Kindle Vella. But today, in a strange turn of events, I am writing nanopunk. So it's something completely different.
Yes. Awesome. Welcome, Christy. And Shannon.
Hi, my name is Shannon, right under the pen name SC Huston. I have a channel here on YouTube under SC Huston, and I am currently a writer of YA fantasy, trying to finish up the 3rd book in my trilogy, which will conclude the series.
Yay! Just pop your channels into chat and then up on the banner galore here so people know where to go in case Devin is, I don't know, taking a bathroom break. But welcome everybody. I see people in the chat have already got it going with comments, which is fabulous. So now I thought I would premiere, as I've done this before, but just in case anyone is wondering, the power of the new StreamYard giveaway function. We're going to do a fun beginning to this sprint, which is doing a giveaway. So if you've made a comment in the comment section, you're entered. You can see as we are, 2 minutes into stream, we've got 17 entries, which is awesome. The prize for this giveaway is going to be picking a random number. And when you pick that number, we will pick a page in our books and read a paragraph to give you a taste of our books. So I think I will do that in like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right. So basically, you have this open in another tab that you're sharing. And as soon as it's ready, you say, draw. Who's our first winner? So let's scan through, see all of our lovely faces and profile pics. Doot, 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 doot. Isabella Cox. Yay! She's got a cute kitty picture under the tree. All right. So Isabella, if you're still here, put a random number of your choosing in the chat, and we will all be reading a paragraph from that page. And that's that. And just like that. I had no idea where that was coming from when people started quoting that, and I was like, "Oh, finally, Sex in the City." Okay, yeah. 3 months later, like, yay! Oh. So Isabella Cox, give us a number. Oh, I see 19. Ooh. Thank you. 19. So page 19. Everybody's gonna look in their book. I'm going to be reading from The Grasping Roots, which is the 2nd in my series. It's a middle child, so it gets less love. So that's why I'm highlighting it today. Middle child. So give us a minute, and we're going to search for the right paragraph.
All right.
All right. I'm going to read 2. Let me know when you guys are ready to go, and I'll go first here. Oh gosh, look at all the chat. Well done. Yay, love it. And I'll just give another little promo plug. I'm going to start the series called Sunday StreamYard Tutorials, where if you want to know about the new features or just have someone hold your hand while you're experimenting with streaming, that is what I do professionally right now. So every other Sunday, we'll be doing that and giving people a chance to take it for a whirl on my channel. So tune in, like, comment, subscribe, and you'll get to know what I'm doing and when the next one is coming up. We got some tea and beverage conversation going on. French vanilla creamer. I like the sound of that, Grayson. Sarah is in the house. Barrett is in the house. Oh, what does it say? Something woman alive?
Oh. Strongest Woman Alive.
Strongest Woman Alive.
I love it.
Charlie is here. Yay. All the people here. Sweet. All right. We ready for our first round of reading?
All set.
Page 19. Page 19 of The Grasping Root. Thank you, Mrs. McGregor, for your hospitality. He spoke quietly as he nodded at each of them. It's been good to feel at home again. Tentative smiles greeted his hearkening back to Scotland's ways, and the family soon retired to the makeshift beds provided them by the McGregors. It's the end of a chapter, so I didn't have much to choose from. All right, page 19.
All right. Mine is a little bit longer. Mine is from Anatomy of a Darkened Heart, which is the first book in the Dark Victoriana collection. And as I said, it's historical suspense. I love out of context reading, so here we go. All right. She remembered crying despite herself in that moment. The servants had withdrawn at a wave of her husband's hand to spare her the embarrassment. She had explained across the long dining room table while looking down at her plate that she was barren. A teardrop had landed on her mutton. For some reason, that made her throat clench with even harsher sadness. When she'd heard no response from him, she looked up to find her husband didn't look altogether disappointed. That's all right, dear, he'd said. Another person might get in the way of our routines. That was all he had said. The word choice person instead of baby or child was completely abnormal. That hadn't escaped her. And that's it. Out of context reading.
All right, so I'm going to read from Solo Rose. This is my second book in a series, and I think most people know it's based, inspired by Irish mythologies. But my page 19, in my second book, I have one viewpoint in Hera, which is a Greek goddess. I think most people know who she is. And in this particular scene, mine's also at the end of a chapter. So I'm just going to read the end. But in this scene, Eris, the goddess of discord, and Athena have been sent by Zeus to retrieve Hera and bring her back home. She went chasing a lover that she finally took after thousands of years, who went to Ireland to escape her when he found out that she was the queen of the Greek gods. And Athena has just told her, because she says, well, I guess maybe I should go back to Zeus. And Athena just, she asked, well, where is my husband? Why didn't he come for me? And Athena just told her, oh, he went back to the goddess Thetis, who he had a love affair with in their marriage in the Greek mythologies already. So this short part here, Athena grabbed her, slipping an arm around her shoulders. I apologize, my queen. I should have been more subtle. With her head bowed against Athena's shoulder, Hera gave a small laugh as she held the tears back. Would my husband ever love me the way I should be loved? Blinking hard, she leaned away from Athena, finding her feet again. She touched the woman's cheek. Though Athena may be Zeus's daughter, born of his mind with no help from her, she always loved her as her own. There's no fault with you. Drawing in a shaky breath, settling her nerves and letting anger take root in her heart, Hera faced both goddesses again with her hands clasped in front of her. I'm not going home. I plan to stay here and start a war. Eris's dark eyes lit up and she clapped her hands with a squeal of delight. I'm in. But Athena seemed more thoughtful, her lips pursed. I was sent to bring you back to Zeus. I cannot return without you. Seeing Hera's frown and Eris's glee, she swallowed hard. I'll stay until I can convince you to return. Besides, with my skills, we may be able to finish and win the war quickly. Hera smiled, feeling her heart and love harden toward the man who had been her husband through many millennia. Perhaps Zeus would be forced to come for her himself if she didn't return. Perhaps he didn't care enough to. Either way, she wasn't going back to him.
Oh, I like it.
Love
I
it.
think Hera gets a bad rap in most representations, so I like that.
Yeah. That's great.
All right, so we got 5 minutes. I've got sort of an outline here, trying to stay on target, so we get at least 60 minutes of sprinting time, which is what Barrett said was a requirement based on the write-a-thon sort of guidelines that we've inherited. If anyone has questions, pop them in the chat. But maybe let us know what you're working on. I'm going to be working on novella outlines. So I'm going to be doing that by hand because the computer's up here. And if I do this for too long, my arms get tired. So how about you, Shannon?
I plan to keep writing in the third book of my series. So Tears of a Marigold is the name of that book.
Awesome.
I'm going to be doing the nanopunk, like I said, which is, if you're not familiar, it's basically just cyberpunk with nanobots, because I've been really into that. I have the first book totally written, and I've been trying to finish the second before I release the first. So I'll be working on that, and if I get stuck, I'll be working on my historical fantasy Grimoire Society of Dark Acts.
Nice. Grimoire of Dark Acts. Love it. I love the word grimoire.
Yeah, isn't it? It's just one of those words, you know?
I should remember that for the next time someone says, what's your favorite word? I'm always like, all I can think of is mellifluous, because it's like, it says what it is. And I'm like, I need to get another answer.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yes. All right. Love mythology. So just catching up a little here. Love the excerpts. Great job. Zara says, I normally don't like Hera, but this rocked. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Wright says, good morning. Just lurking while cleaning. Much appreciated. Awesome. Thank you. Do I usually not have an outline? I don't know why I'm being called out here, Barrett. Richard Holiday asking, is this a spinoff of Worldwide Write-a-thon? And yes, that's sort of the idea that we had. We put it in a different time of the year and made it a retreat, so it was a different brand, you know. Love you, Kelly. Charlie is here with some essay writing to do, gonna vlog the retreat. Oh my gosh, how cool. How cool. Maybe I'll get up to another vlog this year, like one per year. Morgan says, I'm revising book 2 of my trilogy, Seed Among the Rocks. Awesome. Yeah, sequels are a bitch, I have to say. Getting that Camp Nano prep done early, CB394. Yes, pre-planning energy. Loved it. Barrett says, also vlogging. Yay. Very cool. I love when I see a vlog of a stream that I was actually attending, because I'm like, oh, they were doing secret things behind the scenes, and there's like another camera angle. That just sort of makes me...
It is really cool.
Yeah. Michelle does that. Barrett's done that. So I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Not a ripoff. Yes. Doing our own thing. Jesse Forrest. Hello, hello. Sorry, Jessa Forrest. Isabella is working on chapter 11. Excellent. And next Worldwide Readathon is in March. Thank you, Devin. Devin is the royal keeper of live stream playlists. So if anyone has any questions about what live streams are going on in AuthorTube, Devin is the one to seek out and check out their playlists. Yay. All right, 7:43. So let's get set. I'm going to change out my banner for the sprint. I don't do timers, so we're just going to have the creeping banner. Hope you all can cope. So from 45 to, what's our first one? 15 minutes warm up. Sound good?
Great. You all listening to playlists while we do this?
Of music?
Silence. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to listen to music.
Me too. Me too.
I haven't actually made a playlist for my second book yet. I made one for my first 2, or for my third book, sorry. I made one for my first 2, but the third one I haven't made one yet.
Yeah, I struggle if I don't, because then I'm like looking all over the place for the music that is going to inspire me, you know? I spend way too much time doing that.
I do have like one giant playlist that's just called writing music. So I tend to just default to that. Yeah.
I feel like that's necessary. Yeah, me too. It's exactly called that.
But for this one, I will be doing silent. So you guys can mute, and I will be...
Yes.
One of the reasons I came down to San Luis Obispo is because like I needed a quiet house for a while instead of being with my parents. So the other house is like, I woke up and I was like, listen to that silence. So I'm going to enjoy it for the sprints. Yes.
That's great.
All right. So I think we're going to jump in. There we go. 7:45 and muting, and we'll see you in 15 minutes, everybody. Good luck sprinting.
Good luck.
And we're back. So welcome back. It is 8 a.m. here on the West Coast. We just finished our first writing sprint of the first writing sprint host thing, and we're off to the races. So good job, everybody. Hello to everyone who's come in so far. Anita just telling us about snow shoveling. Welcome, Anita. And just to let you know, Anita and Christy have a great interview from, I don't know, about a week ago about dark fantasy horror stuff. So if that's your jam, it was an excellent author interview. So feel free to check it out on Anita's channel, I believe.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. I was having some word choice trouble, so people were helping me out. Thank you, Eva. You're right. It totally is a word. And then we were talking about music choices and how did everybody do? So Richard's starting us off with an additional 415 words for his sprint. Excellent. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of that one. What about everyone else? Shannon and Chrissy, feel free to chime in. I'm going to go through some comments on our screens here.
See, I had 322 words during this sprint, and I was a little too picky with my word choice as well, but still made it to 322.
Yay!
563.
Nice.
All right, you guys are writing on your screen, so you're getting a word count. I don't have a word count. Let's see. Barrett's got 431. Morgan's outlined 4 scenes. Awesome.
Nice.
Eva says, I took Grayson's idea about music to play and got 270 words of an idea down. Amazing. Richard asking about a QLM. I'm not sure what a QLM is. Grayson saying 397 words, a cat cuddle, and karaoke. That sounds amazing. 15 minutes right there. Kudos. Adam Stevenson in with 518 words. Amazing. Welcome. Kelly says no cleaning, but did make a cup of cocoa. Excellent.
More worth it.
Adam still not at chapter end, but close. Anita put a playlist for the show on her channel, so you can find it there. Oh, great. Okay, so Anita's show, and I'm blanking on the name. It's got some cute name.
Oh, is it Words Can Kill, Anita? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's right. That looks like what you had in the center of the screen. There we go. Christy's podcast partner, Richard Stevens. I'm so sorry I forgot your last name. At the beginning, Richard H. Stevens, fantasy author, is here to say hello. Thank you.
Nice.
We finished editing yesterday's writing. Richard Holiday, opening paragraph is 6 out of 10. All right. So that was the QLM. Getting a good start on their words. Yay. Same, Kelly. Yeah, super exciting. Go ahead. I'm just like trying to scan and catch up. There's a lot.
I think Anita said it's Words That Kill for her.
Great. Yay. Cool. So Words That Kill playlist on Anita's channel. That's AF Stewart. Sweet. And I don't have a word count, but I do have a pretty good page. That's like
nice.
Right. It's blurred because copyright. I was outlining a novella idea, but honestly, like this could be a novel. So I'm gonna have to see if I want to make it a novella or a novel. The novella is gonna be my new thing, but we'll see. So for this little break, I have preview next new shiny thing for our channels or business in general. So Shannon, did you want to let us know what the next thing we should look for on your channel is?
Yes, we are premiering our interview with Margaret Pignard later this afternoon, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific time, her time. So yeah, that's the next thing. Yes. I know the whole winter retreat's going on, but hopefully you guys can come to the premiere or pop in or whatever.
Yeah. So it's called Self-Publishing Tips and Tricks, and that is Shannon and Morgan Lee and Ben Pick from Running to Write. So they have an awesome threesome that is hosting authors who are self-published and talking about their past histories and future plans. And I got to be a guest. I'm super excited. Yes. I'll be there.
Our very first one.
Yay.
Cool.
And Chrissy.
All right. Well, I don't do a whole lot on my YouTube channel all the time. I'm very kind of like on and off of there. There's a lot of good writing resources there, though, if you need any advice. But in general, I'd say that I update my social media a lot more. So if you are on Facebook and you want to join my Facebook group, It's called Christy Stratus' Victorian Darklings. And I do share some really cool Victorian research stuff over there that you may never have heard of some of this stuff. It's wild. And I get it straight from newspapers from the time period. I read them all the time and find the weirdest stuff. So I do like to share that over there. So you can check that out. And of course, I have a Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram. But there is some exclusive stuff on the Victorian Darklings group. That's a lot of fun.
Nice. Isn't Darkling something in Eke and Bone?
Probably. I don't know. Yeah. I have not read it.
Yeah, I watched the series Shadow and Bone, and I think Darkling is like a character, a nemesis, or something.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to get around it. It's sort of like a common word, but I like Victorian Darkling. That makes it different. We've got Charlie saying, that is me whenever I try to write short stories. They always turn into full-length series with a movie adaptation. Hooray for ambition. Yes.
It's so hard. Like sometimes these ideas just run in their own way and you end up with this longer work. And sometimes you really want to write something short, but you just can't.
Yes. Richard Holiday saying, a lot of the words I've written on this book so far aren't good, but you can't edit a blank page. Excellent point, Richard. Yeah. Zara, yes, thank you, Zara. The Darkling is the villain in Shadow and Bone. I knew,
okay.
He has lots of names, and Darkling is one of them. I knew it was something. It was a good series, if only for like the costumes. I don't know if anyone else geeks out on costumes, but you don't get costume details from your newspapers, but do you? I'm sure you follow some of the Victorian costumers for details and research, right, Christy?
I do.
Yeah.
Shadow and Bone. I'll look it up right now, and I'll just take a peek.
Because Bernadette Banner actually has the Wheel of Time costume, one of the costumes from there that she's been doing, and like trying to do the really complicated shoulder piece and like the hip struts. And I was watching that a few days ago for fun. Pretty cool.
I love those ones where they, get dressed as a Edwardian lady or Victorian lady and show you exactly how long it takes from beginning to end and all the pieces. It's really pretty interesting.
Yeah, you just put up one of those. I think somewhere you said it would take me, from breakfast to lunch.
Yeah. It was so many pieces and all those tiny ties. Oh my god, the shoes alone, forget it.
That's true. Yeah, you need one of those little hooks because like once you put the corset on, you're not getting down there. So
yeah, exactly.
Zara saying, I got the kefta of the main character for Halloween and posted on my Instagram. Ooh, cool. All right. So Zara's Instagram, maybe if you're a costume nerd like us, is a place to check out. Very fun. She has a friend who's a costume designer. Awesome. Adam Stevenson saying the Witcher TV show is also amazing for costumes. Yes. And wigs. Like if anyone is into wigs, oh my God, the Witcher's wig is just amazing.
Yeah.
Such a good point. Yep, can't edit a blank page. I'm editing a page with 3,000 words on it, so technically not blank. Haven't watched The Witcher yet. Yeah, that's one of those that I watched a few episodes and it was a little too twisty for me. Like twisty as in like satanic ritual twisty, and I don't really enjoy those vibes. So I was like, okay, backing away. But it sounds so good. Yeah.
I've been going back and watching some of the like historical period drama type of stuff. And I just watched recently Wives and Daughters, which is an enormous book, but it's a much shorter, like mini series. I think I can't remember, it was 3 or 4 parts, and it was really good. I think it was made in the 90s. Don't quote me. And I couldn't tell the difference between something made then and something made now. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I do love a Gaskell adaptation. Oh yes. Anita's saying I've been watching some of those videos. An 18th century one pinned the dress to the waist front. The waist front. I'm gonna need a link. I'm gonna need a link for that, Anita. If you are you a moderator yet? If you're not, let me know and I'll.
She's moderated.
She is, okay. I'm like not looking at the thing anymore. So many tabs, so little time. All right, so let's see, until 8:20. We still got 10 minutes. Got my links out, and we have a second sprint. Let's see. We're talking about fonts on the page. Adam Stevenson says, I'd kill for Geralt's get up. Stick with it, that stuff goes away. Yeah.
Shannon, you said no margins. Are you writing with no margins?
No. So Barrett, mentioned that he had 3K words on his blank page, and Richard says 3K words on one page. How small is the font? And I was like, no margins.
Yeah.
And then I just added, I was like, and lots of small words like of, it, is.
Yeah, just throw them in there. Yeah.
Yes. I know Eva mentioned that yesterday she was doing I don't know if it was a playlist or if it was a TBR of A to Z books, and like Shannon and Jenna from our discussion yesterday, they were both starting with the same letter, so it was going to be like a fight to the death as to which one would come up on the list. But yeah, small words like A. I don't know. You guys still try to control your reading for the month? That's more of a booktube question, but I'm going to sneak it in there.
I don't make goals for my reading list. I try to get it in when I can. Right now I'm listening to the audio version of The Great Hunt, which is the second book in the Wheel of Time series. So because that season 2 will be dropping, I don't know when, but sometime. Hopefully this year, toward the fall. Yeah. And it's a long book.
Yeah, I used to do like the Goodreads reading challenge, but then I'm an editor full time. So I edit a lot of books, and none of those books were counting because they can come out like a year later. And I was like, you know what? This is just making me sad.
But you should count them. So if you Katie at Books and Things, she's big. She's one of the 3 people who run Booktober. And she has a list that goes up of the books she reads per month. And when she does it, I think she counts the books that she reads for work because she's an editor at a publishing house.
Oh, yeah.
She just doesn't talk about them because they're, in production or whatever. So she counts them toward her goal because you're reading those books. So
exactly. Yeah, they absolutely count. And, you don't have as much time for pleasure reading. One of my reading goals this year is to finish the half-read books that are sitting around my house. So
completion.
That's what I'm aiming for.
We do which I'm also reading Morgan's Seed Among Thorns.
Seed Among the Thorns.
Yeah. Yay. Because I'm her critique partner for her second book, so I've got to get that done. Nice. I read probably a page or 2 every day while I'm making my coffee in the morning.
Nice.
That's a good idea.
All right, Anita's here with the dress pinning video. Cool. Very cool.
Gosh, all these different time periods did things so differently. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Charlie says, I find trying to make reading goals takes the fun out for me. Focus less on the story and more at the speed I read. Well, that's true. You got to keep it fun or else it takes all the joy out of it. Barrett's got a question for chat. What do we think is the most timeless words for nerd? As in, if you say geek or dork, like, synonyms? Does that date you? What's that?
Like synonyms? Is that what he's looking for?
Timeless word. Nerd. Computer. Unpopular is like the least time assigned, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Are you working this into your writing, I would guess? All right, we've got a sub conversation about Sting still going.
Brainiac.
Sting is forever.
Gave up on Goodreads goal years ago. I found it was just making me choose easy conservative book choices and just turn through books and not really enjoy.
Agree.
Yeah. So this is coming up in a book tag in the next couple of weeks, but I had a question where I thought about reading goals, and I realized that I had a Goodreads reading goal. That was the only thing that I had until I came onto BookTube, of course. But I got to a point where I wanted to get to like 144 or whatever, and I didn't make it. Like I kept upping it by like 10 books a year, and then finally got to a point where I was like, didn't make the goal, and then I was like, okay, not having fun anymore.
That's when to stop. Yeah, exactly. You found your limit.
Yeah. So now I make like, types of books and diversity goals, which are, I think, much, much better anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, CBean 394. I got a good suggestion. I haven't heard Poindexter in a long time.
Oh man, that's a good one. Let's
see. We got geek. There are some words I use for nerd that are ableist. Yeah, that's a valid point. In the UK, whoops, we don't usually say dork. Yeah, I think it's probably American. That's a good note. Oh, Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff is here. Hey, Jim. Bore is a synonym for nerd. That's also a British thing. We don't call people a bore here in the US. Nerd is more a pejorative. Wasn't there a time in Hollywood when all nerds were called weirdos? Yep, probably the early 80s. Yep, jumped. Okay, trying to catch up. And small C conservative Richard meant didn't try out new authors, stuck with what I knew I liked and didn't try anything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is not what we do here on my channel. Eva giving us an update here. Choosing books in alphabetical order this year, starting with an A by chance, so decided when I finish it, I'll choose a B book next. No expectation. Read very little the last few years. Yeah, just trying to make it interesting. I like it.
So if you don't make it through the alphabet, do you plan to pick up where you left off next year?
I wouldn't.
Or do you
Yeah,
start
I
back
wouldn't
over
be
again?
able to make it.
Yeah, I think with the TBR, it's going to be like jumping from genre to genre. Charlie's asking about sticking to a certain genre, but I would guess, you know, if it's your whole TBR, then the sky is the limit. Alrighty, so we're coming up on our second sprint here in 4 minutes. So let me change the banner. And then our last little break, we're going to do a random word generator game. So that should be fun. So stick around. If you're carrying on doing the same thing, no need to comment. But if you're doing something different or you're ready to sit down and tackle a writing sprint, let us know what you're going to be working on. I'm just going to pop the numbers in here. Our next sprint, is going to be a little longer, 20 to 45, so 25 minutes. Second sprint. Second verse, same as the first. Anyone know where that comes from?
Where?
No.
Monkeys fans? No Monkeys fans?
Oh.
It's okay. This is stupid. This is a stupid sidebar. Eva says, ask me again in July, see how far I am into it. Yeah. Anita's going to try to write some of historical fantasy. Excellent. Jessa working on a short story for my dark fantasy horror series. Awesome.
Nice.
Right up Christy's alley.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And I'm going to try another novella outline. Turn the page and, I don't know, do a same one in a different universe because just trying to generate ideas here and get going. Oh, Eva's got a candidate for B already. Butter, Honey, Pig, Bread is likely my next read by Francesca Eguiasi, but I may dive into Shannon's series. Book 1 is a B, but I'd read them all as B. Oh, Blood of the Lily, because that's like the series. Maybe, because it's the start. I don't know.
That's the start.
Sounds like a side
That's fine.
the
series name is Clash of Goddesses, so she could put it in C.
There you go. I like that. Sidestep and make room. That's what we do. Yay! I'd love to have Jessa Forrest submit a short story to Critique Group Live. Excellent. It's a series on Barrett's channel. Yeah, very cool. All right, so we got 1 minute. Feel free to bring up those playlists, get some steam going. We're going to do our second sprint in just a moment, and it'll be 25 minutes. So have fun, good luck sprinting, and see you in a bit. And we're back. So I was creeping back in there because I was done a few minutes early. Welcome back from the second sprint. Let me take that down. That was our longest one. So how did we do? How'd we do?
I got like 527 words that time, a little bit less than last time.
Nice. Still good. Still solid.
I'm trying to figure what words were this time. Hold on.
Okay. I got a little less than a page of an outline of a different novella idea. I also had to do a little more research for this one because it's less in my wheelhouse. Still a good idea. Still kind of happy. Like, I don't know where this sprouted from. It must be the fallow fields from the last 3 months.
Nice, though. That's so great. Go you. All right, I have 546 words this time. Took off a little more and edited a lot less.
Nice. So we've got Richard finished a scene. Barrett got 251 words, and he'll be back in chat after he finishes talking with his sister. Adam Stevenson finished his chapter. Jim's books, reading and stuff. WB. What does that mean?
I was wondering too.
Okay. Morgan got a few more scenes outlined. Awesome, Morgan. Jessa, 419 words because I was coming up with a school name. All right. Adam is at 300. Richard Holiday gone from 415 to 774. Finish the scene. Woohoo.
Nice.
Woohoo.
Shirley got 191 and was editing. Anita 285 and figuring out a plot direction. Love it. That's the hard stuff right there. Just Eva deleted the words I had, added another 320. I'm about to delete these.
No.
Wow.
We feel you. We feel the pain. Grayson says heavy plotting and 326 words. Oh, welcome back. Okay, nice. And Joe came into the chat. Hello, Joe from Go Indie Now. Got a minute and a half edited of the show, Go Indie Now. He's working on. Sweet.
Good.
CV394. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, it's like freezing. It's freezing. There we go. 192 words. Excellent. They're working on a Avengers kind of fanfic, it sounded like. Asking about American election campaign ads in the chat, which is funny. There's a whole lot of rules. The show is not called Go Indie Now. Oh, okay. I thought you said GIN. You were editing a show of GIN. All right. It's got to be one of this many series that you are working on. So
Gotcha.
very cool. Sweet. Good job, everybody.
Yay.
I'm going to direct my co-host to the private chat for a second.
Okay.
And then we're going to just do another goofy thing, which is do a random word generator to describe your writing this year. So let me share this screen, and just for little kicks and giggles, wait, I gotta share a different tab. Here we go. Share. So who wants to be up first? It's just like silly fortune telling.
So this is about, it's going to tell us what our draft is doing?
Yes, or whatever you're working on, yeah.
All right, I'll go first.
All right. Random adjective generator. Share. And in the stream. See if it retains the same layout. It does. All right, so the one I did is accurate, but I'll do a new one for Christy. Ancient. All right, your word is going to be ancient. I like it.
Listen, I'm writing all super futuristic stuff. That is too funny. Oh my God, it's the exact opposite of what I'm doing.
That's why it's random. Yes, I'll do the audience. So Just Diva's comment. All right, we got a lot going on the screen here. Of course, it's slowing me down. Just Diva's work for 2022 is going to be... Sorry!
Oh my God, negative word generator. That's what you're using.
All right, outrageous. How about that? Outrageous. I like that better. I like
there
that
you
better.
go.
You can dig that. It's thinking. Shannon, do you want to give it a go? Or?
Sure.
All right. Honorable. Ooh.
Okay.
I like that with your gods and goddesses, and that's
that's better.
fine. Yeah.
There's a positive one.
Yeah, I was going to say yours isn't negative at least, right? Your work is not ancient; it's honorable.
But I think ancient would have fit mine too, because I'm writing in the somewhat ancient world. Is 3rd century Ireland, so it's a bit ancient compared to us.
It was only insulting to me.
Greek goddesses. Anyone else up to get roasted or toasted, as it were? Can't predict what it's going to do. History does repeat itself and ages even in the future. Someday it will be ancient. There you go.
Right,
There's Joe's justification for the
She accepts. I accept. Sorry, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else want to pop in? I'm having some slowdown issues here because I'm not plugged into the internet. Maybe I'll try to plug into the internet next time because I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'd have to first find the internet in this house.
Just Eva said, "Do Barrett." He's not here.
Okay, let's do Barrett in absentia. I volunteer him for tribute. Okay, let's do it. So Barrett's word. Dun, 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 dun. Acceptable.
Hey. I consider that success.
Yeah, right? That sheds a good light on his querying. Acceptable means he's going to be accepted. That's funny. Who else we got? We got people.
Richard Holiday said, "Do me."
Do me. Okay, hide. Everything's slow here, so I will. Richard. There we go. And doop. Shut.
Oh.
Okay. Shut down the Excel.
I don't know. How are you going to interpret that, Richard Holiday? Let us know. That's funny.
Richard H. Stevens, are you still here? You should do it if you're still here, because he writes like a maniac. So I'd love to hear what it has to say about him.
We can do him in an abstention too. We could do that
by extension. So, okay, my co-host by extension.
Yeah. So Richard H. Stevens, fantasy author. Bewildered.
Well, at least it's fantasy, right?
Bewildered in 2022. Yeah, that's fun. So there's our silly fiction forecasts for 2022. Now, what was I supposed to be doing during this break? Yeah, so random word generator just for some fun, but then we thought we'd also do another random thing of our books to give you another hint of what our books are like. So I need to share again and draw a winner. And we got 5 minutes, so I guess we'll pick short paragraphs. And Shannon, I encourage you not to give context. Just read the paragraph this time.
Suffer like us, Shannon.
Yeah. Okay, come back here and add to the stream once it gives me the capability. Here we go. Gosh, this is slow. 0 doubts for real. All right, so we're back on here. I'm trying to X out of windows that I don't need, but it's still slow. All right, drum roll, draw again for everyone who's left a comment. I don't want to be too loud. Joe, go Indy now. All right, Joe. So what we did at the beginning and what we're doing now towards the end is you pick a random number and we're going to read a paragraph from that page of one of our books. So Joe, give us a number. And I'm going to remove this because it's slowing us all down. If Joe is still here. You could have popped in and popped out because editing video means that you probably need some bandwidth on your computer. $69. All right. 69. So I'm gonna pick a different book. Let's go.
I vote that if we have a whole bunch of dialogue on that page, we can read like a small paragraph's worth, maybe.
Okay.
Because mine is all like separate on this page. It just so happens to be.
All right. I'll go first for this one and give you guys some time to look up your stuff. This one I'm reading from is Dulcie's Legacy. It's my young adult supernatural, page 69. Also, another chapter ender. Thank you, Joe. So Candace volunteered and they walked slowly back up to the main building. She didn't ask any questions, but Dulcie could sense her intense curiosity being reined in. After the nurse checked her out and gave her an antiemetic for her stomach, she called her dad again. When he arrived, Dulcie had come to a decision. Can you take me to the Tebnex? I think I need to talk to Jessie. Dun, dun, dun! Yay! Man, it's been a long time since I've read that book.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's mine from Dulcie's Legacy. Who's next?
Oh, either way.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead, Christy.
Okay. So as I said, there's a bunch of dialogue. Here we go. If you don't live alone, Mr. Locke will need permission from your husband or the man of the house, Luke said. He knew this for a fact. It was one of the strict rules they all had to follow. Her eyes shrank and her upper lip drew up. I will discuss it with Mr. Locke, she said sternly. And that's it. No one knows what's happening. And that may make it even better.
Doing from Soul of a Rose again. This beginning of a chapter beginning. Rose whipped around on the causeway facing her sister, her mother, Damangaret, and his sons, and even the wicked goddess, the Morrigan. Most of them looked concerned. The Morrigan looked thoughtful as she watched Rose. For the first time since that morning, for the first time in months, she had a purpose, though still with a heavy heart. Narrowing her eyes at the Morrigan as the goddess, sidled closer to Sierra, Rose grasped the wooden handle of her father's dagger, and then she said something in Irish. So I'm going to try and say it as best as I can. Ca de du in duris knock dus gal duris. No door closed without another opening. Then she drew the blue blade across her throat.
Ooh. What an ending.
Yeah. If you want to put the Irish in the chat, I could try to have a go, but mine's Scots, so it's going to be different.
Okay.
Yay! All right. So what is this? Jenna says we got 2 minutes till our last sprint. Well, the sound effect was perfect. Back to computer instead of on phone. Can't wait to read more. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Brotherhood of Secrets. Joe is cheering you on, Christy. You got it. Excellent. Dang on those pronunciations. Jenna's cheering you on, Shannon. And Richard H. Stevens says, sorry, I'm back. I was just selling and signing books. Gosh, glamorous life of an author.
You know, it's tough stuff, right, Richard? That's a tough life.
Right? Awesome. Good to hear. All right, so 1 minute left until our last sprint, and then our final few minutes before we close at the half hour. I'll give you guys the link to the next sprint and catch up with the chat. If you're doing anything different, feel free to let us know what you're working on. What am I going to work on? Am I going to go for a third novella? I don't have a third novella idea. I think I'm just going to do a straight free write and see what I get this time. Ooh. Okay.
Looks great.
Let's get this. Let's get this going. Okay,
Although
so
there is
see
an accent mark on the U.
D apostrophe, that is foreign to me. But Juin Dorash Nak Hosko Dorash. That's the closest I can come. I don't know what the D apostrophe is. Ugh, Irish. Woo. Very cool.
That's a tough
I love
one,
that.
yeah.
Yay. Signing and selling books and getting in 261 words.
It's
Well
amazing.
done.
Prolific.
Prolific, not prolix. All right, let's do the banner. We're going to go for 20 minutes this time. So that's my normal sprinting time, and that'll be our final sprint. So good luck, everybody. Write those words and see you in 20 minutes. Nice. So now we know Richard H. Stevens and Devin Cutting are hometown buddies. That's fun. That's really fun. Barrett's back off the phone. Last 2 sprints. Why is my family ruining my plans with their need for socialization? Don't they know I'm at a retreat? Barrett, in your absence, we volunteered you for tribute for the random word generator. And the word for your year was acceptable.
Acceptable, yes.
It was. So we're hoping that was that meant good things for your querying in the trenches journey. So there you go. Welcome back, everybody. Last sprint. How'd we do? I got quite a thick page written for my free write, and I ended up going into mining my own life for a little fiction jaunt. And Jim's books reading and stuff might be interested to know it was the part of my life that was English language teaching in Istanbul. So all of the drama is coming back to me. That was fun. So I might well continue with that. How did you guys do?
It sounds like a great thing to mine from.
Yeah.
Let's see, 406 words this time.
Nice.
401.
401. You guys are
401.
Nice.
Oh no, I was trying to figure out what you said. I'm a bit tone deaf, so I don't always hear everything.
Sorry, 406.
Okay, I thought it was close to what it was like mine. Mine's 468.
Great.
Oh, I thought you were saying 401 and you were saying 400 what?
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes when I talk, I don't enunciate all the way because of my tone deaf.
This is what happens when we're all together and we're all getting old. We're like, what? Oh, it's all good. It's all good. So I'm popping up some word counts in the comments. Awesome. Richard Holiday, well done. I'll take it. Martin Lejeune saying, I'm a crazy person for handwriting. Hey, Martin, I'm doing a stream on this computer, and it's up here for the framing, so I can't do this for 20 minutes straight. Otherwise, my arms will be too tired by the end of the day. So that is my solution. Richard Holiday up to 2,232 words, and you've got many more sprints to go today, so I think you're set for your 3,000 goal. Jessa Forrest coming in with 488.
Woohoo.
Yes, I know.
They're
I'm
great
doubling my
numbers.
work. Yeah, I think it's this first start. We're heading out strong. 481 words for Grayson Wild. Richard H. Stevens selling and signing books again. Only got to 175. Devin with Richard's buy link. Awesome. Thank you, Devin. Cannot handwrite. My writing is messy.
Same here. I can't always read my notes, but I do it anyway. I should learn.
Martin's been recording the audio for Change Morphers for his YouTube channel. Excellent. CB394 with 152. One of my book reviewers called me SD Hudson, so there's that instead of Houston. Margaret Hudson. All right, nice. Thanks for the shout out. Mr. Vlandis is here. Hello, hello. Yeah, need to do your research, reviewers. Catching up here. Jenna O'Malley saying Battle Writing Academy script edited for filming. Woohoo!
Nice.
Yay. Yay! Cool. People are catching up on their work. Let me take this banner down and just thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. I've got a banner here. Pop that up from the description. Subscribe to Christy's channel. Subscribe to Shannon's channel. So there we have our links in the description. And if you've had fun, if you've gotten your words in, share, comment, subscribe, etc. Really appreciate it. I did get a jump this morning already, so I'm super pumped. I'm at 476.
Awesome.
Great.
We're only 26, 24 away from 500. So maybe this weekend we'll do it. Maybe the retreat will be the, I don't know, conglomeration that I need. I'm very excited for that. Woohoo. All right. Last bit I put in, and of course the chat has jumped, so I'm going to put it in again because I don't want to go back and find it. Chandra is up next. She has a wellness sprint with some co-hosts, so I'm going to pop that in the chat. And here we go. Chandra's link to her sprint next. So be sure to take your 30-minute break, drink some water, get up and walk around, stretch the back. Remember, this is a retreat, so remember to take care of yourself and then join us at Chandra's channel. Would you guys like to do, I don't know, outros are so 2021. So instead of an outro,
Old.
yeah, instead of an outro, why don't we say our favorite line or words or thing that we wrote about today during these sprints to get a little bit of what we accomplished thanks to the writing sprint. So I'll go first and give you guys a little minute to find your favorite line. I put mine in the comments, but I'll just read off my piece here. So let's see. He'd been at the school much longer than Melody, as well as being over a decade older. And his white hair and gentle voice was a welcome break from all the strident cacophony of the youths.
Nice.
So that was my little
That's great.
delicious
Oh,
last
favorite
line.
line.
How about you, Shannon? Want to share a tidbit with us?
Oh, okay.
Or just favorite thing that you worked on?
All right. So last thing I wrote, what else, Marigold, you have to remember. Tears filled her eyes. She didn't want to remember. She was sure. The scent of fresh flowers still permeated the air, laying heavy between them. Surely she had nothing to fear from her husband. He knows my love of flowers. As a black fog curled around Crom's feet once more, her lips frozen in place. Great goddess, damn you. She loved this god, but something told her she couldn't. When the shock lanced through her body again, the whole world went black.
Wow.
Such good stuff.
I feel like language of flowers is going to be a thing. I think that maybe that might work to your advantage in marketing. Is like, I know Christy's done stuff with the language of flowers because that's a super Victorian thing. So if you were contemplating that, be sure to stop by and
check it out.
for help.
Language of flowers is one of my favorite things to put in the Victorian era. It's so fun. I love it.
It takes Easter eggs to a new level.
Yeah. So, okay, for me, I don't think a whole lot of my lines are going to make sense out of context, but I'm going to, this is common for my books too. So I'll just say that I did break through a little bit of an uncertainty that I had. I thought that, I'm jumping like POVs for different sections, different chapters, different sections, not sure exactly what it's going to be. But I was heading into one character's point of view and was sort of like, oh, I just don't know what I'm going to do with her. I am not feeling it at all. So I realized that that's just not where I'm supposed to be. So I was able to head into a totally different character. And, the words flowed. So obviously that is the way it's meant to be. That's kind of how I figure it out. I just see what's flowing and what makes sense to me. So, just you guys know, for this piece, this is the second book in the Nanopunk series I'm writing. I threw away oh my goodness, how many words did I throw away? I'm not even sure, but it was thousands that I decided were no good. So this is a big deal for me, being able to start over and be happy with what I'm writing.
Good. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, sequels are hard. Sequels are hard.
Yes. I have a video on that on my channel, that sequel suck.
Yeah, let's join that club. Yes.
I'll be watching that.
Right? So lovely to be with you all today. Christy, that's great. Richard Holiday giving you some pumping up.
Thank you.
Sometimes you just need to park that part of the story for another day.
Yeah. Definitely.
Jeter dans la poubelle. Yeah.
I definitely jump around a lot, so you're totally right.
Yay. All right. Well, that was our first writing sprint of the Winter Writer Retreat. Well done, everybody in the comments. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for subscribing to these author tubers channels and being such supportive folks and friends and new friends. And so, yay. We're feeling very accomplished. Pat yourself on the back, and we'll see you in 30 minutes on Chandra's stream for wellness. Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day.
Bye.